We have all these great papers. I just made this 6 by 6 inch square piece of paper, doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to also use the craft paper, and then these papers were just some white paper that was in your surprise, or just white paper you have, and I used the marker to just make some marks on that one. This light pink, this is 3 layers of pink because it's very pale, but you can use that to your advantage if you'd like. And then just scribbling with pencil just for color and texture, and we'll see if we end up using those. Another thing I wanted to show you, this is just another piece of the color aid paper I had. But you can also use your marker and your colored pencil on there to create different colors and textures, so that's something I would recommend you experiment with too. Alright, so for this video we're going to, I drew on my paper, and I'm using this photo as a reference. And you can get that on our Instagram page, or yeah, Instagram or Facebook probably. So I drew on here. I don't know if you can see that. And now I'm going to cut that out, and I'm going to try to cut it out. I'm not going to try. I'm going to cut it out as one shape, and we'll see what it looks like. And this paper is great. You can erase on it, and it keeps its nice finish. And this might be easier if you have an X-Acto blade. Or sharp, something like that instead of scissors, but I'm going to try to do it with the scissors and see. Alright, so I got that cut out. You got to be careful because obviously with that being so thin, there's a good chance it'll rip. So you want to make sure you're just being careful with that. And the sharper your blade is, the easier that will be, because you won't be fighting with the paper. This is just another piece that I'm going to cut out. I'm going to use the scissors on that. And these are pieces that I've thought about while when I was drawing them. So basically I did all that part, and now I'm going to show you how I'm going to put them together, I hope, and see what it looks like. And then once I have these pieces done, I'm then going to do just some freehand. What can I add to this piece to see what we can come up with. And this piece, and I do have a bunch of pencil on all these pieces, but this should come off with an eraser. So these are some pieces that I've already drawn out here. Going to cut them out. And then after I get most of this part done, we'll then go ahead and do some freehand just cutting of paper and see what we can come up with while you guys are with me watching is the journey of paper cutting and the creation of art. Oop. So there I was pushing too hard with too dull a blade, and it looked like it's pushing the paper instead of cutting it. And if you don't have an X-Acto blade, then you'll want to do much bigger, you want to do bigger shapes. And if you go look at Matisse, he did pieces of paper on walls. So you just take bigger shapes, bigger flowing shapes, which I'm going to show you later on in this demo of some ideas that you can use just having scissors. And I think I have one more that I'm cutting out here, and this can be with scissors. So here's an example. So this is going to be something like her shirt. Let's see if we can. And it's funny because my pencil drawing ends right there because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know, maybe that can start being some of those free-flowing beats me. Let's see what that looks like. But this doesn't look right because of what this could be, so I think I'm going to change that. And just... and that's all right. And I think that's all I have for that. So we gotta get that, I think, situated something like that. Cool. And what can we add here? Maybe she's looking at something over here. But let's get some color in here. Maybe a big stripe of this blue. And maybe it goes to the dark blue. So let's see if we can, I want those the same size. And then we'll get some more of this. Let's get some bright color in here. We'll get this one here. And what can it be? And maybe that's how we can get a bunch of color into there, or some color into there. And maybe we want to put some of that color behind her. And I think that might just be, that looks nice. And I think we're gonna put another little something over there, maybe this light purple. And of course you can draw this out. Draw it out on your paper. Before you start cutting, get an idea. That's fine. That's what I did with this, and I think it's nice because then you have a roadmap kind of. And the other thing with this is you want to use what you got. So we have the glue sticks. The packaging from the glue sticks has this bright orange. So I want to use that in here. I don't know where. Maybe something on her shirt. So I'm going to just cut out a shape because I just want a little bit of color on there. And let's round that because we want that corner a little softer, because I want round, softer shapes, not sharp edges or corners or points or things like that. And what is that? I don't know. It's some bright orange right there. It'll be on that circle, although I like that solid shape, so I'm going to do a little bit right here. That's going to be there. Except that doesn't have enough pink on it. Okay, that's too big for me. There. I think that looks good. So now I'm going to push that aside, and I think I'm going to use my marker and my pencil and see what we can do. So let's slide that over a little bit, so hopefully I don't mess up what I've done. That kind of goes there. And now, the background, I'm going to use this. Oh, I gotta be careful. Oof. So that's what I should do. I'm gonna actually do that after. But I am going to use this to do my frame. And I'm just doing that because I want to. That's something I wanted to do. I wanted to put a frame around there. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these two here, and then I'll be back. Alright, so that stuff's all glued down. As I was doing it, I was thinking of more things to add, so I'm going to go ahead and cut those out. Because I'd like to incorporate some, like, shapes that are flowing together, but they end up being two, it's almost like one shape is cut in two pieces and then made into one shape. So that's what I think I'm doing here. It goes like that. And then I have to, if I get that under there, that might work. So we'll do that after. I'm going to cut this one. This one. Let's see, is that? Nope, I don't want it to be there. I'm going to do it a little skinnier. Okay, and then a way to do this is you can put it like that, and that's what I want to cut. Oh, let's see, that doesn't line up. There we go. That lines up, and then I'm going to, what am I going to do? Maybe something like that. And then, so the purple piece fell. Now I'm going to cut that to follow the contour. So then when I put those together, that's frustrating that you're watching me do that, huh? But you can't turn away. And then maybe I can continue that somewhere. That's going to go under that, that'll go there. And then I'm just going to put, got to do that again. And I just like the pain of stumbling with that. Oh, except I don't know how big that needs to be. There, okay. So we'll put that there. And I just want to know how wide. Okay. I just made a little mark on the paper. And this is probably going to be too big, but maybe this piece I do go over my border just because I want to. We'll have to see how that all lines up when I'm gluing it down. And then this piece has to go here. And then we'll add some other color in there somewhere. So, all right, we're going to glue that. So I think the paper and all that I'm all set with, and I'm good with it. But I'm going to now use some of these markers, pens, color pencils that we have in here. And I'm going to go with this again and see if we can't maybe just go up on half of it to see if that makes it a little darker. I'm going to go in with my pencil and I'm going to add some, just some pattern and texture to, I don't know what. I think I'm going to use my color pencil is white and it's a watercolor, so I'm going to add that to this dark yellow color, mustard color, I think. And maybe this, I don't know yet. I'm not quite sure because I'm trying to think of the whole picture. Let's add them to this. We're also going to add maybe this. So are these flames or are these leaves? I think I should know, but I don't. But let's leave that up to you or the viewer. So that can be, it can be both. And now this, I think I'm just going to, and maybe some of these lines will continue onto something else. Maybe this gray shape. As I think about it, it probably won't, but we'll see. And then I think certainly need, and maybe we can add a shape. So maybe I add, and maybe that looks kind of nice if I do it a box. So I want it to come in through her face a little bit because I don't want it to do that. So it's going to be behind her face, behind her neck, and right here. And then it goes over that way. And maybe the eye thinks that's a shape, right? Because it'll complete the lines where we don't have to draw them. So now that definitely looks like she is in front of this, and I made that too bold, but I think that's going to be good. And I think we're done with this one. So that was a lot of fun, actually, and just seeing what we were going to come up with. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'd love to see what you made. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments below with any questions also. And I hope you're staying safe. Happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna make a couple more videos with paper cut with different colors, and we'll see what we can do. So until then, thank you very much. Have a great month, and remember to smile, create, repeat.